Hi guys, it's me. I'm back. I told y'all I was gonna be consistent, and remember, I'm a man of my word. Trust. But anyway, we're gonna cover sports today. Also, I just want to apologize if I'm feeling a bit dopier today. I don't know what it is with Hot Pockets, bro. Like, they just, like, I eat them and then for some reason I feel different. I don't know if it's a placebo thing or whatever. I'm not even allergic to them. But just something about Hot Pockets, after I eat them, I feel so much more dopier. But anyway, let's continue on. First things first, I want to emphasize by saying I'm not a sports channel. I post mainly like vlogs and sometimes food reviews and stuff like that. Unless it's like a really big event, then you know, I'll post something about it, but mainly like a YouTube short. The only exception comes from if I'm making a video about a team I am a fan of. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a Chicago Bears fan. I'm also a Bulls fan. I might do a video about them soon, but currently in Chicago, there's a massive debate on who should be the quarterback of the future for the Bears, as well as what the Bears should do in general. So I figured, why not give my opinion about it? And I'm not just going to be talking in front of a camera. I got some Madden gameplay for you guys, so I'm going to talk while that's going on in the background. So yeah, let's get into it. I think the Chicago Bears should keep Justin Fields and trade the first overall pick. One, I think this puts the team in a better position to win more games and be a legitimate playoff threat. You trade the number one pick, you could get a haul back future draft picks, and you can have multiple picks in the first round, as well as maybe even get a star player in return. I also really like the idea of pairing Marvin Harrison Jr. with Justin Fields and DJ Moore. I don't care what you guys think about Caleb Williams. That core right there seems more ready to win than just sending Caleb Williams into Chicago. I also think the ceiling of Justin Fields is pretty high enough to win at a good level in the NFL. He's not the perfect quarterback. He doesn't really make the right decisions all the time, but he's a very fast quarterback. He can make some really nice plays. And overall, I think he's a player that a lot of NFL teams would be happy to have on their roster. Why not Chicago? Trading the number one pick puts this team in a better position to win a Super Bowl, because now you could potentially have multiple first round draft picks within the next few years. So you got multiple players on rookie deals, as well as you can potentially get a star player in return. I think the draft capital plus the fact that Justin Fields can be a really good quarterback for your future is enough for me to say that I want the Bears to trade the number one draft pick and keep Justin Fields. That being said, I actually think the Bears will draft Caleb Williams. I don't see Justin Fields being in Chicago next season. Even though it's not my preferred choice, you know, I actually don't mind it that much. Don't get me wrong, I really do like Justin Fields, but I think the fan base is a bit too emotional for him. He's a great quarterback. I actually think he can be the quarterback of the future and lead us to a Super Bowl. But I also think that we are kind of disrespecting what Caleb Williams' impact on this team could potentially be. In the 2022 draft, which I do think we were major winners in that draft anyway, but let's say in the 2022 draft, we keep the number one overall pick, and we draft CJ Stroud, and then in the second round, drafts Tank Dell, and we trade Fields away. Are Bears fans really going to complain about that? Because as far as I can tell, CJ Stroud is looking like an MVP candidate. He's my favorite to win MVP next season. Are you guys really going to complain about that? No, because sometimes you gotta take these risks to put your franchise in a better position. Next season, if Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears hypothetically don't work out, and then you have Caleb Williams, who I don't know if he'll be better than Justin. I don't think it's likely he'll be better than Justin Fields in his rookie season. But hypothetically, let's say he's good enough to the point where it could be competitive, right? How are you really going to feel about that as a franchise? You're not going to feel good or emotional about Justin Fields because you could have drafted Caleb Williams if he succeeds wherever he's going. So if the Bears do draft Caleb Williams, I'm not going to be mad. If anything, I'm going to be excited. Obviously, I'm going to miss Justin Fields, but if they draft Caleb Williams, I see why they would do that. I think Bears fans should just chill out if Caleb Williams gets drafted. Don't get me wrong, Justin Fields has a very likable, humble persona, whereas Caleb Williams, he's more like exaggerated, let's just say. But he still has potential to be really good in the league. And also another thing too, this roster is really nice on paper. We have DJ Moore. We can sign a wide receiver in free agency because I'm assuming if we draft Caleb, we're not really going to draft Marvin Harrison. We could get some other pieces. Caleb Williams resets the salary cap. And overall, like, you still have a bright future with Caleb Williams at the helm of your franchise. And I think one thing people should take away from this is that we have a bright future either way. Or at least we should, because this management and everything just is complete shit. But on paper, we have a bright future, whether we stick with Fields or draft Caleb. But I will say one thing about Caleb Williams if he gets drafted to Chicago. If Caleb Williams does get drafted to Chicago, they need to do their absolute best to develop him to become the quarterback that we want him to be. With Justin Fields, this organization has done a terrible job of developing him. All right, they half-assed everything. This was the 1 year where they actually did something and got him a wide receiver, and Cole Kmet started playing really nice too. If Caleb Williams fails, and I'm not talking about if he's just a bust and he's terrible and everything around him's good, it's just him. I'm talking about if he's a bust because of the staff and the offensive play calling and all these other things. If Caleb Williams fails, this should be the McCaskey's last chance, because this organization has done a terrible job all these years of developing quarterbacks. You cannot tell me that if Justin Fields was put in a better position in another NFL team, that he would be even in this discussion right now. So Caleb Williams, this franchise needs to protect him. They need to give him everything he needs in order to become a good quarterback. Not even a good quarterback, a great quarterback. Because that's the expectations he's supposed to have. Trade the pick, but if you do draft Caleb Williams, I'm not mad about it. It's been your boy Nathan Vasa. I'm out. Peace.